What is up, everyone? Tyson here. Thanks for joining. Well, if you're joining today, you've probably already heard that the big news coming out of the generative AI LLM world is that DeepSeek, a Chinese artificial intelligence company, released one of their newer models, and they were able to train it, develop it at a fraction of the cost of other LLMs that have been out there for quite some time. We'll be seeing if this really is, but apparently the architecture that they're using older GPUs, older NVIDIA GPUs, and so forth to build this architecture and be able to build a model that is on par with those that are developed by Meta, Google, and all the other big players that have been using NVIDIA's brand new hardware chips. Time will tell. I think the proof is still in the pudding. We still have to see how they did it or figure out how they did it. But this could be potentially big news. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you how to download one of these DeepSeek models locally. You can use it using Ollama, and I'll link into a previous recording in which I show how to install Ollama. But once you get that installed, you're going to be able to jump right in and start downloading one of these models and playing with it on your own. You can basically open up any command prompt if you're using Mac, Windows, whatever the case may be. But let me just show you how to do it. It's super simple. All right. What I'm going to do right now is list, because I've downloaded them already, but it's going to be basically the same process that I'm going to run you through here. So right now, as you see, I have two different DeepSeek LLM models that I've downloaded. This 14 billion is quite a bit larger, just under basically 10 gigabytes, so 9 gigabytes. The smaller one, the 8 billion, is just under 5 gigs. So I would recommend starting off with the 8 billion just to see how it goes on the type of computer, because what does this mean, actually, these 8 billion versus 14 billion? Well, it's deeper contextual analysis, deeper understanding of what you're trying to ask, and developing the question and answer with regards to that. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the command that you can go ahead and download with Ollama. So it's going to be just simply Ollama run DeepSeek R18B. And if you're going to want to do the other one, it's going to be the 14B. I'm going to link also in the notes. There's a third model out there, a much smaller model that you could potentially use as well. But just know that the answers that are provided, the deeper understanding and the better answers, are usually going to be ones in the upper tier that you're seeing here. But we're going to hit enter here. And actually, so that's going to show how you download it. It's going to take some time. For the 8 billion model, it took me probably about 15-20 minutes using specs on my desktop here and the internet connection. The 14 billion took about an hour. So just to let you know, but once you get it up and running, I'm going to show you, this is the prompt that you get. This is where you can start asking questions. So how can I learn about object-oriented programming in C++? Let's just see what it gives us. This one thing I do want to walk through, because I have found this interesting, is we're going to hit enter. So it's going to be starting to think here. It gives us the think prompt. And so what you're going to be running through here is providing its thought process. It's going through and showing all the different pieces here that basically you can go ahead and see how it's developing, if we want to call it its thought process. But essentially, this is what it's doing. So I'm going to learn about this. I need to learn about this. Inheritance is the next big thing. Polymorphism, etc. Sorry, my big head's in the way here. But as we're seeing here, it's going to just continue thinking about how to approach this. And however it's done. But it's saying it's a little bit overwhelmed by the number of concepts. But I'm starting to think with classes and methods. And then it's going to provide its summary. Then you see the end of the thinking here. It's providing to effectively learn. It's actually showing you how it thought through and then how it has developed, or the output that it's actually developing and so forth. Pretty powerful tool in the sense that it's showing you how it's thinking about it, or how it's developing its processes of how A to B to C, much like something, if you have something that you want to be thinking about, this is the approach that a lot of us are breaking it down into smaller pieces, smaller segments, and so forth. But now we see it finally finishing up of how it's going to approach it. So it's providing us its syllabus. So I'm going to call it good for today. I'd love to hear what you are working on in your LLM, what projects, what do you want to learn about. I'm going to be doing some more deep dive into DeepSeek here in the next few days, so I'd appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe button. But anyways, until the next time, thank you.